Noige, noige, noige. Snoogans, 37. Yes, I'm talking about Clerks, Kevin Smith's immortal classic, Immortal. I wonder if that's ever been used to describe a movie. But yes, Tusk has not come out to my area in Alberta, Canada, where I live now. I don't, even if I still live in Saskatchewan, I wouldn't be there. It's released in like 4 places in Canada, trying to get better distribution, and I hope it does so I can see it. I love Kevin Smith. I love him as a man, as a just storyteller, podcaster, but I love him as a director and writer and actor for Silent Bob because I find him very entertaining. Yes, I'm dressed like Randall. Is that weird? You know what's funny is I don't do this on purpose. The hat thing and stuff, right now I'm doing it on purpose to try to be like Randall, but usually I do dress like Randall on accident. I dress in a 90s fashion sense a lot, just incidentally, not on purpose. So I think that says something about the effect of this movie, just like I love Randall so much I want to dress like him that it seeps into my subconscious. There, I did this because I love Kevin Smith. I'm a fan of the Fat Man on Batman, and I think if by any chance Kevin Smith somehow sees this, I think he can give me, I think he'll respect me because I got Batman with me talking about all the Kevin Smith movies. So you know, there's something to that. I keep him. Because then it's awkward, because then his nuts are... It's never awkward when Batman's nuts are in your face, but for people to watch it would be. So I'm going to go over all Kevin Smith's movies, from Clerks all the way to Red State, and Jay and Silent Bob Super Groovy Cartoon Movie was his newest one. And then if Tusk ever comes to my area, I will see it. No doubt about it, I will. Try and get on with the review already. Clerks stars Jeff Anderson, Bryan O'Halloran, Kevin Smith, Mewes, and then the girls whose names I don't know, but I'll credit them. So allow me to grab my Blu-ray of it. Marilyn Gigliotti, Lisa Spoonhour. I pronounced it wrong, I'm sure. It's the story of 2 clerks, one who works at a shitty video store and one who works at the quick stop gas station, connected to each other. And it's a day in the life of their clerk jobs. And as a person who is a clerk currently, I'm a clerk at a liquor store, so this movie just connects to me on all sorts of levels. It's just them and a lot of awesome conversations. That's it. Kevin Smith's writing, I much applaud it because sometimes stuff like this would not work. But sometimes it can work really well. I'm a fan of things where it's just, I don't need a big overarching story. I don't need these 2 clerks to save the universe from imploding. Like, if they just want to sit there and talk, as long as it's interesting, I like it. Things like this, Carnage, even Locke, stuff like that, I just like it when it's just a conversation movie if it does it well. And this one is a classic. It's so quotable and so many memorable moments. My favorite quote, though, is 37. If you get it, it's awesome. There's so many memorable moments that'll always stick in my damn head forever. Them playing hockey on the roof, going to the wake, the bathroom incident where the lights are out. That one is almost horrific to think about. My favorite, though, would probably be the Death Star politics and Randall arguing with Dante. The people on the Death Star that were rebuilding it the second time in Return of the Jedi were innocent victims of the rebels' attacks, which I think is actually a very funny argument when you think about it. And this movie's classic for all that. I love it. It's just black and white, low budget. And the casting in this movie cannot be more perfect. Randall and Dante are perfectly cast. Bryan O'Halloran as Dante and Jeff Anderson as Randall. Fantastic casting. I would never want to imagine anyone else in those roles because they do it so well. And Jay and Silent Bob even more so. Kevin Smith as Silent Bob, perfect. He doesn't have to act, so if he is or is not a good actor, it doesn't really matter. I think he's alright as Silent Bob. There's no real acting. It's just be the silent comedian that's just like... It's all facial acting. And Kevin Smith almost overdoes it in a lot of the movies where it's just so adorable. I'll put it that way. It's actually adorable and endearing to see him do stuff. When I talk about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, that's where I'll definitely bring some stuff up. Jason Mewes is Jay. He was a little annoying in this movie, but I've grown to love him because of every other movie he's in. But this one, the first time or two around, it was a little jarring. Like, I don't actually like Jay. I like Silent Bob, but I don't like Jay. And I like him now, even though his character is still kind of annoying in this movie. but in every other movie he grows on me. And the women in this movie are good too, especially Caitlin. She's, I know she's dressed in some not so great 90s fashion at times, but she is something. Yeah. Kevin Smith's directing, he is self-deprecating and saying that he is not a great director by any means. It's very standard, just film the stuff as good as you can and move on. It all comes down to, do you like the writing and the conversations from the characters, and if you do, you'll probably love this movie like I do, and I do love it. And my friend Patrick, I know you're probably watching this because he loves Kevin Smith, so he wouldn't be able to resist this video to just gush about Kevin Smith movies. You and I both know we love this movie. Yes, I love Clerks. I do. It's one of my favorite. It's one of those indie darlings from the 90s where, you know, you got Tarantino, Kevin Smith, and other filmmakers like that who, you know, even Bryan Singer, just, they made these independent movies in the 90s when that was the huge time for independent cinema, where that's where all the rage was. People didn't even care as much about the big blockbusters. I know you had Jurassic Park and stuff, but people were really paying attention to the independent stuff, and that's where Kevin Smith, Tarantino, guys like that started, and just went on from there, and they were fantastic in all those movies, and I love a lot of them. I'd give Clerks an A+. I love this movie to death. Love it, love it, love it. Kevin Smith, sir, you are a genius. So comment below, tell me what you think of Kevin Smith's movies. What do you think of Clerks? And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later when I review the rest of them. Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Zack and Mary Make a Porno, Red State. I'm not going to be reviewing Jersey Girl, though, not by choice. It's just I don't have it, and nor do I have a way of getting a hold of it on time. So if I do ever come across it and see it, I will possibly review it then. It's not that I hate on it or anything. I've never seen it, so I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.